faces, but it's two familiar faces that'll be here on the streaming board. Two previous finalists looking to pick up their first titles here on the Women's Series. They're going to have some competition today. All the big names in action and getting through the round of 1 to 8. Rhian O'Sullivan already through against Kirsty Hutchinson. Fallon Sherrick already through. And PDC Tour card holder Bo Greaves comfortably through 4-0 in the opening round. But both these players will know exactly what they are up against here. Two seasoned players, not just here on the PDC Women's Series, but events around the world. And Vicky Pruim, coming into this game, has her eyes set on a big season ahead. She's been playing well over the last few months
100.
and is knocking on the door of the women's match play, somewhere I'm sure she would love to be playing come July.
Yeah, for me, Vicky Pruim is at that top of the list when you think of who could be a first-time winner in 2026. I think she'd probably be the first name
46
that comes to mind. You've got the likes of Kim Holden as well, of course, as you mentioned, who's reached a final.
44.
Lauren Bloomfield as well has caught the eye when we've seen her, but Vicky Pruim, you have to think that her aim is, yes, to reach the match play, but also to win one of these events. A very seasoned pro, isn't she? Won her first ever event back in 1989.
85.
That was the Belgium Masters, but she's picked up 18 other titles throughout her career, including the Dutch Open, the England Open, and the WDF
26.
World Cup Women's Singles.
Big titles.
Yeah.
Hard titles to win. The England Open, normally a very, very stacked field, and that Dutch Open is playing this weekend with over 6,000 entries.
Yeah, exactly. So case in point, when it comes to experience, ability,
99.
she's been there, she's done it all. You'd have to think that the next step is, as I said, picking up one of these titles
40.
and forcing her way into that match play field.
105.
Just grazing the wire there for Kim Holden to take the opening leg. Vicky, a big ass, not going to be up to the task on this occasion.
43.
That makes things tricky.
Double 2 now then, and that is
shot.
pinned. Not the way she would have liked to have got it done, but gets the leg on the board all the same.
Yeah, there's not many times you'll see a double-double on 25.
60.
But I guarantee, when the players was down there this morning and they was looking at Dart Connect and waiting for the draw to come out, the second they saw this, neither of the players
95.
would have been happy.
Yeah.
They'd have both looked at this as a tricky draw. Because that's how it feels at the moment for both these. They feel like tricky draws. Yeah. And you talk about
41.
Vicky and what she's won around the world, and when she comes to the Women's Series, it feels like she's tricky Vicky, rather than Abby's wincing at my...
58.
So glad you said tricky.
100. 41.
So in summary, I'm completely in agreement with you, Abby, that I think this could be the year. I've seen a lot of Vicky as well in regards to when she's been playing at the Super Series, playing on Women's Week. She's really up there in regards to that performance.
45.
Can she put it all together on one day?
59.
She's going to get an opportunity here to level things. All about the setup now.
60.
We mentioned her forcing her way into the top 8 when it comes to the match play. Well, there's opportunity, isn't there? Because Aileen de Graaf, who currently occupies 6th spot, she's not here this
41.
weekend.
That was a good dart. That second dart just kicked up. You could have easily caught the flight and bust a score there. Nice start there to get it right over the top. She had to have thrown that a little bit different as well, just to make sure she didn't catch the flight.
40.
So good game awareness there for Vicky, who looks good to level this up.
And she does exactly that. You expect this one to be tight. You expect it to be close. But going back to that point, yeah, no Aileen de Graaf, who's currently 6th in that particular race, and a few members of the chasing pack not here this weekend either. The likes of Paige
40.
Paulin, one of the most exciting young talents in the game, not here. Jo Locke absent as well, as is Wendy Rain-Stadler, who we've seen a lot of on this streaming
41.
board, and Eleanor Cairns as well, not here. So opportunity for quite a lot of movement this weekend.
21.
Just looking at that lineup at the moment: Rhiannon O'Sullivan, Lisa Ashton, Fallon Sherritt, Beau Grease, all safe at the moment. Gemma Hayter, we'll find out how safe she is. She's coming up next here on the streaming
28.
board.
Yeah, she and Lisa Ashton level on £3,000 at the moment.
121.
She's very game aware, isn't she, Vicky?
85.
I like to see the things that you don't always look at, and I'm just watching here, and Kim Holden very much the same. Watches the first darts, goes in, looks at the score, goes back to the board again. They like to know everything that's going on, and for Kim Holden, I guess that comes down to her sporting background.
Yeah. Yeah, former footballer,
63.
Kim Holden. And she's
80.
somebody who, we've mentioned it before, of course, reached that final on the women's series and actually did herself an injury that weekend. It's good to see that she's playing without a strap on her
83.
arm here this weekend.
114.
Well, that would have been pretty special, wouldn't it? So, yeah, you'd think that Kim Holden is back fully fit.
100. Game shot.
And it's Vicky who takes the lead for the first time in this match. They have met once before. That was on the women's series back in 2023. A 4-1 win for Vicky Pruim on that occasion.
140.
And with darts like that, she'll be confident that she could repeat that scoreline.
When you try and read a game, you always
81.
look at the sort of first leg or two of just feeling it out, getting the range, and then this is the part of the game, the real meat of it, where the direction
48.
is played in regards to who's going to move forward. And Vicky Pruim right now is really kicking on. You can see how the average creeping up now, up to
96.
72, and just edging up all the time. So Kim Holden is going to have to dig in here and try and ride this bit of a storm, because Vicky's in flow.
100.
Yeah, it is, of course, the first event of the year as well. A number of players might have played on the Challenge Tour or gone to Q School, but in terms of
140.
competition of this level, it's understandable, isn't it, to maybe see a little bit of rust in the opening couple of
43.
legs, a few more nerves until they settle into things.
And I'll look around the field today and see quite a few unfamiliar names, some new faces, some players that don't play all the
100.
time. Probably thinking, I'd rather had one of them. Just singing the praises of Vicky, though, saying how she's going through the gears here and starting to make a bit of a move, but Kim Holden is matching it. Might be better in it. It's for a potential 14 darter there. That was for Kim Holden. 15 would have
72.
done, but it's not going to go. Big moment here in this first round clash.
Yeah, that would have been for a break straight back. But she's not going to get a dart.
30.
Just needed to stay straight for a dart at tops. Huge error. Is it going to be punished?
6.
Reprieve.
Game shot.
Yeah, Vicky Pruim will feel like she got away with one a little there, won't she? Because she opened the door for Kim Holden to get back on level terms.
Big blow that you feel for Kim Holden. She missed the opportunity to level things up. Then the darts go in. And we were talking not long ago about Kim
100.
Holden being one of those game-aware players who has the head up looking, seeing what's going on. Not then. She didn't want to know. It was head down, just listen and hope.
60.
Spraying around a little bit here.
58.
Sign that the adrenaline is starting to kick in.
Just in terms of names
95.
that we may not have seen as much of late anyway. You picked out Janine Goff, who you know pretty well. She started with a 4-0
100.
victory. An average in excess of 68 in that one. Someone you're keen to keep an eye on.
I think she could do
35.
well. She could do very well. Picked up a couple of the girls' masters back in the day. Doesn't really play that much, but has certainly been playing a lot of local darts in
140.
recent times, so one to definitely keep an eye on for sure.
55.
Yeah, it always feels like quite a statement as well, with Kim Holden looking for a really good response to keep herself going in this one. You feel like she is going to commit herself to the tour, to come to Germany for the first weekend.
$38.
Do you want to dissect that one, Matt?
No, I'll just move past. We'll look at the 65. That's what she wanted to leave. It's a favourite finish.
40. Game shot.
See, favourite finish.
Can't argue with that. Sometimes you just don't need to look into it. She got the result. She doesn't look too flustered by it.
140.
For Vicky, at the moment of going 3-1 up, this is a leg she would have eyeballed. Losing that last leg, she wouldn't have minded too much, especially the way that Kim Holden scored.
81.
This is the one where she needs to get the job done. If this goes 3-3 and Kim Holden gets the throw, she could find herself in trouble.
7.
And that has just put the pressure straight back on herself.
Well, it undoes the good work, doesn't it? She just had that 140 to kick things off, and that 7 just essentially halves the score.
140.
Kim Holden says, thank you for the invitation. I'll say yes, please.
96.
Business is picking up. The pace is picking up. For the first time, a very wayward dart for Kim Holden.
58.
Always seems to come at the times where you're looking at the game going, she really needs to put something in here.
54.
It's going to manage that heart rate, manage the adrenaline levels.
$85. $140.
Well, she's down to a better finish. She's going to get a look for the match at this 64.
Well, Kim Holden's playing a part here. She's left a double after
97.
15 against the throw. That's very good. That's the best you can do. But it might not be enough.
It's
Game
not
shot
enough because
and the
Vicky
match.
Pruim
Vicky Pruim.
remains solid to get over the line. A 4-2 victory. A game that proved very tricky for both in spells, but it is Pruim who prevails.